Let's talk about the Philadelphia 76ers second preseason game of 2020-2021 season and what we can expect from the season opener against the Washington Wizards. Woo! This episode of Run It Back Philly is brought to you by the Teespring store. Click the link in the description. Get all the Run It Back merch, including this In More We Trust t-shirt. Use the code RUNMY20 for 20% off. And I love sports talk, and you know I love coffee. I give you sports talk right here on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. If you would like to show your appreciation, you can do so by buying me a coffee. Buymeacoffee.com/runitback. Let's get into this. Wow. What did I just watch? Now I know there's, again, a lot of overreactions. This was a preseason game, but a lot of things didn't look good. But I need you to keep in mind this. The Indiana Pacers are one of the best defensive teams in the NBA. Last season, they were number 3 out of 30 teams in defensive rankings. And you saw that in this game. A lot of lockdown defense on the perimeter. I mean, they got the Holiday brothers. They got Malcolm Brogdon, they got Oladipo out there. They have a lot of perimeter defenders, and they made it difficult on the Sixers in this game. As you could see, at times it was hard to watch. I mean, it looked, it was ugly. It was stagnant a lot. They just make it difficult, and, not a lot of guys on this team can take the ball and make something happen out of nothing when the defense is showing that kind of prowess. The only guy, really, that showed anything against this defense was Shake Milton and Tyrese Maxey. Those two players are the kind of players that you need to come off the bench and give energy to the team and make something happen when the defense isn't giving you anything. Ben Simmons in this game, again, I don't know. It's just preseason. Maybe he's just out there jogging around. Maybe he's doing what he did in the first game. Don't go crazy. Don't hurt yourself in a preseason game. Just get some shots up, take it to the rim a couple times, and call it a day. Maybe that's what it is. I was unimpressed. I know a lot of you were unimpressed, but again, preseason, I don't think Ben Simmons is really giving it 110% out there. I really don't. I do want to talk about the three-point attempt that Ben Simmons attempted. There's a lot of good things about this, okay? He missed the shot. We know that. But we don't give a damn. We're not here to talk about whether he made the shot or not. It's not about whether he made the shot or not. It's how he shot it and how it looked, all right? It was confident. It was in rhythm. It was without hesitation. It was from the top of the key. The top of the key is where they give Ben Simmons all the room. When the playoffs start, teams start playing 15 feet off of him. If he's going to shoot the ball like that, in rhythm, no hesitation, just shot it like a normal three-point shot. It just looked like a normal NBA player catching the ball wide open and shooting a three. I mean, there's no crowd, obviously, so we didn't get to hear. I'm sure in Indiana they would have went, oh, Ben Simmons shot a three, and then he missed it. They would have cheered like crazy. It would have been different. And maybe it's different for his confidence and his ability to just have a clear head and just pull up the shot with there being no fans in the stadium. Maybe the fans and the fear of rejection or the fear of just people cheering against you, I don't know what it is. Maybe the crowd is part of Ben Simmons' insecurity when it comes to shooting the basketball. So maybe with no crowds this year, we're going to see a different Ben Simmons who catches the ball, is left alone at the top of the key, and just shoots the damn ball. Maybe we are. It looks good. It wasn't close. It was way off. It was way off the front of the rim. But I'm saying if he can do that a couple times a game, 2 or 3, shoot 1 for 3, 33%, that's all we need. We just need you to bring the defense out to you. Now, he didn't have a lot more opportunities in this game to do that because, again, the Pacers are a great defensive team, and they were on his hip the whole game. They weren't giving him any space. He could drive past people at will, and that's what makes me say Ben Simmons wasn't trying in this game because it's a preseason game, because you saw a couple times where he just decided to try and literally knifed through the defense like it was easy and went straight to the rim. The first play off the tip, he went around the screen, went right to the rim. There was another play where he just decided, you know what, I'm going to score now, and took one dribble, little mini Euro step through the lane, went past 3 defenders right to the rim. Ben Simmons can do that whenever he wants to do it. I don't think he was trying. It's a preseason game, all right? Tobias Harris. Oh, my God. Again, I know it's preseason, but Tobias, if you want us to believe in you, you're going to have to give us a little more than you gave us in this game. Tobias Harris looked horrible in this game. I mean, again, there wasn't any plays ran, really. It looked like a pickup game a lot of times. And Tobias Harris at the 3, like I've been saying for 2 years now, Tobias Harris cannot play the 3 because when he has somebody on him who's quicker, who's a better perimeter defender, like a Justin Holiday or Aaron Holiday, I can never remember which one it was, but anytime one of those guys is guarding Tobias Harris and he tries to ISO, it's a disaster. He can't get past his man. He can't create his own shot one-on-one, and he just tries to force it because he's like, oh shit, I'm Tobias Harris. I got to make something happen here. And he just takes an awkward dribble, does like a weird Euro step, elbows a defender in the fucking face, gets called for an offensive foul. Tobias Harris is not looking anything close to a $180 million player. And we know he's not a $180 million player. It is what it is. We know we overpaid him. But we have this hope that Doc Rivers is going to channel Tobias Harris's inner whatever it was when he played for the Clippers and averaged almost 20 points a game. Maybe it was just because there was nobody else on that starting lineup that could score. I don't know what it was. We hope Doc Rivers can get Tobias Harris back to that. I kind of still think he can. Again, preseason game. Again, 7 or 8 new players on the roster. Hardly any time to play together, get any kind of chemistry, any kind of practice time. So like I said in my last episode, this is going to look bad for a while. I'm talking the first 10 games of the season, it might look clunky, awkward like it did tonight. It looked awkward at times. It looked like players didn't know where to be on the floor. It looked like players didn't know what they were supposed to be doing. I think it's going to look like this for a little bit, a part of the beginning of the season. It's going to take time to, as they say, iron out the kinks. There were lots of kinks in this game, and obviously a team that's as good defensively as the Indiana Pacers is going to make your kinks show very clearly, and they did. Now, the Pacers were without TJ Warren, who, as you know, went Damian Lillard on us, went Michael Jordan in his prime on us last time we played him and dropped 53 points. That, of course, was partly because of the horrendous pick-and-roll defense that we played last year, and Brett Brown's refusal to make any adjustments or change anything over the course of the game. I don't think Doc Rivers is going to be like that. I don't think Doc Rivers is going to sit around and let something happen over and over and over again for the entire season. The Sixers pick-and-roll defense was bad in this game. They got beat, and Doc Rivers even quoted it in his post-game press conference. They got beat 8 times on a pick-and-roll in this game, and he wasn't happy about it. I like that Doc Rivers comes right out and says something like that because he's like, hey, this is an issue. This is something we need to fix. Whereas Brett Brown would just be like, some Shakespearean quote here, losing is like blah, 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 and something else, and let me use some big words. We have a coach that's actually saying, hey, we did this wrong and we need to fix it. So I don't think our pick-and-roll defense is going to continue to be as bad as it was tonight in this meaningless preseason game. Dwight Howard got his first start because Joel Embiid didn't play, and it was interesting to see because we're going to see that a lot this season. I would say out of 72 games, we're probably going to see Dwight Howard about 20. I would say Joel Embiid starts 52. I would say Dwight Howard starts 20. And let me first say this. Dwight Howard is a much more valuable backup center than Al Horford. It's unbelievable that we paid that guy. We signed that dude to a contract of $109 million. and he just didn't add that much value to your team. Now we have a guy on a veteran minimum who's actually more valuable. He runs the floor. He has all kinds of energy. At 34 years old, he has an unbelievable amount of energy. His offensive rebound, he's under the basket. He never stops moving. He's under the basket beasting people. He's running the floor, catches a full court pass from Ben Simmons. When the center is the first one down the floor, that's the value that Dwight Howard brings. This guy is going to try to beat people physically every single play. You know, he knows he's not a superstar anymore. He knows he's not an MVP level player anymore. But one thing he has is his work ethic. He's going to outwork the other center on the floor, and that's what you saw in a couple of plays against the Pacers in this game. And then there was a pick and roll where Ben Simmons throws the lob to him at the rim. It was perfectly executed. That's what Dwight Howard brings. Dwight Howard versus Sabonis is a preseason matchup that none of us thought we needed in our lives, but we needed it. It was epic. It was so entertaining. I was laughing. I'm like, are these guys really doing this in a preseason game? I mean, at the end of the day, it's basketball. It doesn't matter if it's pickup at the YMCA. Two competitive guys are going to go hard because I want to win, and I don't want you to beat me. And it was fun to watch. They were tussling back and forth, pushing each other, grabbing each other, getting pissed off at each other. Sabonis gets called for a foul. He's yelling at the refs. Dwight Howard gets called for a foul. He's yelling at the refs. Sabonis comes down and flops. The refs give him a call. It's like back and forth. I'm like, it was almost to the point where we were going to see a Joel Embiid and Karl Anthony Towns wrestling match on the floor in the middle of a preseason game. And actually, there's nothing, there would be probably nothing ever better than that. I would love to see two centers wrestle on the floor in a preseason game. But, you know, they cooled it down. I think Doc Rivers was telling Dwight, hey, bro, like it's a preseason game. Chill out. Don't yell at the refs. None of this matters. You know what I'm saying? But I love the intensity, the physicality, and the motor of Dwight Howard. I love it. That's what this team needs. We went from Al Horford missing bunnies, point blank layups, or just not hustling for the ball and giving us the oh shucks Horford clap, to a guy that's going to try to body slam you every play. I love it. And Sabonis is a good matchup because Sabonis is the same kind of guy. Never stops moving. Very physical. Wants to wrestle you every play. That's a good matchup. I can't wait till I get to see that matchup again, to be honest with you. That was great. Shake Milton. Like I said, the only person that brought anything against this defense was Shake Milton. And I think Shake Milton is going to have to be in the starting lineup eventually. I don't think Seth Curry is going to give you what Shake Milton gives you. Shake Milton gives you the one-on-one ability to create his own shot, quick trigger from three, but just that one-on-one bucket getter mentality when everything breaks down and the offense looks stagnant. Shake Milton can make things happen. And he's clearly and obviously the best pick-and-roll ball handler on the team. Runs the pick and roll perfectly. Of course, Doc Rivers is going to utilize that pick and roll a lot more than Brett Brown ever did. Shake Milton in the pick and roll is perfect. He knows when to pull up the shot. He knows when to step back. He knows when to take a step forward and dish it to the center or throw the lob over the top. Shake Milton should be a starter. I don't know if it's going to happen to start the season, but I think as the season goes on, Shake Milton is definitely going to be in the starting lineup because not just that he brings more to the game than Seth Curry, he's going to complement Ben Simmons a lot better than Seth Curry, just from what I've seen, because when you play a great defense like the Pacers and Ben's kind of locked up on the perimeter because he's, you know, Ben's great for his size and great ball handler for his size and everything, but as realistically against other guards, Ben's not as quick with the handle as a Shake Milton. So when Ben's a little bit locked up on the perimeter, you need a player like Shake Milton on the floor at the same time to kind of get the ball and make things happen in the half court. So I do think Shake Milton is eventually going to be a starter, and we're going to see Seth Curry coming off the bench, or a small ball lineup with Shake at the three, or who knows what we're going to see, but I think Shake Milton's going to get a lot more minutes, especially with what he showed in these two preseason games. 19 points last game, 15 points this game. I am just so excited for Shake Milton. Tyrese Maxey, again, off the bench, an absolute spark of energy. Absolutely love the kid. I am so insanely hyped for Tyrese Maxey coming off the bench. This Sixers team has not had a player like that. The microwave type of player, that just instant offense type of player. Put him on the floor, give him the ball, something's going to happen. This dude goes from half court to the rim in about a half a second, dude. Like, I say Shake Milton's good at creating his own offense and creating his own shot, and he is. Tyrese brings you the same level, but a little bit more physical, a little bit quicker, a little bit harder going to the rim. Doesn't rely on his jump shot as much as Shake. So they're two different kind of players. I would like to see Tyrese shoot the ball a little bit more. He shot a step back jumper that he missed. He did shoot a deep range three that he missed also. They were saying during the draft and after the draft, he's not a 29% shooter. He shoots better than that from three. I would like to believe that. I want to see that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see Tyrese Maxey shoot the ball and hit some threes. So far in 2 preseason games, we haven't seen it. We've only seen him shoot 2 jump shots, and he missed both of them. But hopefully as the season goes on, he shows his shooting ability a little bit more. But even without the shooting ability, Tyrese Maxey is an amazing player to have coming off the bench on a rookie contract. He has speed. He has that determination to get to the rim. A little bit of Allen Iverson in his heart. You know what I mean? I'm going to the damn rim and nobody's stopping me. That mentality. That team's been missing a player like that. This team's been missing a player like that for a long time. I am insanely hype for Tyrese Maxey. Furkan Corkmas. I had somebody unsubscribe from the channel last episode because I called him a slow white European. And this dude said, I'm unsubscribing. If you're going to be racist towards the nation of Turkey, I don't need it. Come on, bro. Calling someone a slow white European is not racist. It's a fact. I'm German, English, Irish, and Italian. I am literally 75% white European, 25% Italian, okay? I am a slow white European. Do you think I would say it if it was offensive to me? Come up to me and call me a slow white guy. What am I going to say? Yeah, bro, I'm a slow white guy. It's not racist. It's a fact. Get over yourself. And actually, I shouldn't be spending this much time on that comment because if you're too sensitive for Run It Back Philly, go turn on Sesame Street. But anyway, Furkan Korkmaz, let's see. If he could just catch and shoot the ball, he's a good player. He's a good player. NBA level talent if he's just catching and shooting the ball. As soon as you put the ball in his hands and he looks like he's trying to be a ball handler and they're running pick and rolls for him, it's a fucking disaster. I don't want to ever see Furkan Korkmaz running a pick and roll. It hurts my eyes. It's a turnover waiting to happen. I'm not dissing the guy. It's just he's just not good at it. All he needs to be is a consistent three-point shooter. Catch and shoot, that's it. I don't want to see anything else from Furkan Korkmaz, okay? But he does have value as long as he's just catching and shooting. And somebody said the other day, because I said he's inconsistent, they were like, he shot 40% from 3 last season. How is he inconsistent? Well, I'll tell you, numbers don't tell you everything, bro. It works like this. Some games he shoots 70% from 3. Some games he shoots 15%. Of course, his overall average is going to be 40. That doesn't mean he was consistent. You understand? He didn't shoot 40% every game. He's either hot or he's cold. It averages out to 40%. That doesn't mean he's consistent. You feel me? Somebody on Twitter called him icy hot. He's hot and cold at the same time, in the same game. It is what it is. I just don't want to see him dribble the ball. That's it. He gets trapped. He doesn't know what to do. He throws the ball off people's feet and shit like that. It's not good. We should not have Korkmaz running pick and rolls. That's all I'm going to say about it. Shout out to Turkey and shout out to anybody who's not so sensitive that they unsubscribe from the channel because I call Korkmaz a slow white European. What else do we got here, man? Mike Scott hitting threes. I guess you could call him icy hot too, because Mike Scott is either on fire or he's ice cold. And again, just a lot like Korkmaz, he offers absolutely nothing else. He's just going to catch and shoot. If he's on and it's going in, great. If he's off and it's not going in, not much else there. You know what I'm saying? But those kind of players off the bench that can catch and shoot are valuable to have. I think maybe Mike Scott, when the NBA took away his headband, he lost all of his mojo, and it took him like a whole season of playing without the headband to get it back. So if Mike Scott is back, I'm all for it. Mike Scott Hive, I'm sure you're all for it. At Ninja Bands on Twitter, if you don't follow him, that's a great Twitter page at Ninja Bands. Huge Mike Scott fan. Mike Scott Hive, leader, all that good stuff. If Mike Scott comes back and plays like he played the first year that we had him, that's a bonus for this team. But I'm not going to get ahead of myself. I think he's hot and cold, just like a Korkmaz. Danny Green. What can we say about Danny Green, man? Good defense in this game. Saw him steal one from Oladipo right in front of him when he tried to cross him over. He had a block on, I think, Malcolm Brogdon shooting a three from the corner. He blocked it out of bounds. Danny Green's perimeter defense is phenomenal. I love it. He shot an air ball from the corner. He shot one off the opposite side of the rim from the corner. He does this weird thing where he's open, but he pump fakes for no reason, and then he tries to shoot it once the defender gets closer to him. So Danny Green shooting the ball in this game wasn't that great to watch. Hopefully that's just, whatever. He's new on the team. It's a chemistry thing. But he looked a lot like he did in the Lakers uniform last season in this game as far as shooting the ball. But the perimeter defense is what this team is going to need, and Danny Green gives you that. So Danny Green's going to stay in the starting lineup, I'm pretty sure, because of his perimeter defense. I think I covered everything. The Sixers play the Washington Wizards on Wednesday to open the season. So, of course, we're going to get Joel Embiid. We're going to get Ben Simmons. Hopefully, we're going to see these players actually give effort. Like I said, 2 preseason games. No real offseason to get anything done. I don't think they were really trying to do much besides get out there, break a sweat, move the ball around, whatever. Hopefully, we see a lot more out of Ben Simmons aggressiveness-wise in an actual NBA game. I want to see him shoot the ball from the top of the key like he did in this game when he's wide open. We're not going to have as much trouble on the perimeter with the Washington Wizards as we did with the Pacers. You know what I'm saying? The Wizards are not a good team. They're not a good defensive team. They do have Russell Westbrook now instead of John Wall, but like I say, that's the same player. That doesn't really change much in my eyes. Hopefully Tobias Harris can, practice tomorrow, the next day, up until Wednesday and get something going, because Tobias Harris just looks absolutely atrocious so far as far as 2 preseason game goes. So I don't know, man. Like I said, this team, there's gonna be a lot of kinks for a while here in the beginning of the season because a bunch of new players, not a lot of time to get it together, not a lot of time to practice and get chemistry and all those kinds of things. But we'll see what happens, man. Give me your what do you guys think about this Pacers game? What do you think about Ben Simmons' 3-point shot? What do you think about Tobias Harris? What do you think about? I didn't even talk about Matisse Thybulle because I actually forget that he's on this team. Matisse Thybulle isn't doing anything, and it's concerning because defensively he has the ability to be amazing. But last season we were saying don't include Matisse Thybulle in a trade package because he has that much potential. So, again, preseason chemistry, whatever, hopefully Matisse Thybulle gets it together, but he has not looked anything close to a player with the value of, don't trade him for anybody. Because if you're telling me Zach LaVine right now, they want Matisse Thybulle in a first-round pick, consider it done, bro. Like, Matisse doesn't look good right now. It is a little bit concerning, but it is what it is. We'll see if he gets it together or not, man. Give me all your thoughts and opinions in the comments. Tweet me at IamDJ Eastwood. If you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please give me a rating and a review. We're at 86 ratings. When I get to 100 ratings, I will record a podcast episode from a random location. Thank you for listening to me. I am excited for the Philadelphia 76ers season to start on Wednesday. I'm sure you are also. My name is DJ Eastwood. This is Run It Back Philly. Peace.